Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, let's have a look at my full auto plus score clears of Subjugations. The last couple of videos I have not put in my voice because I had no voice. But here I kind of have one, so we'll put in some commentary. And I'm not going to talk about like my team build or what's going on in the game. I'm just going to talk about my journey with Subjugations. But yeah, I do complain about this game mode all the time. So you might be wondering, why play it now? Where is this burst of inspiration coming from? And I would be happy to answer that. Three main reasons. One, I have an RD costume I want to karma, and although it was on my wish list, it does not look like the developers are going to add another way to get the Shiny Subjugation coins. After the release of Nier Sarafa, pure weapon skill cooldown attackers in Arena dropped severely in viability, so that wiped out any desire I had to use like RD Lavania or Gale in Arena, like I did in early 2023. But then we got Recollections of Dusk Argo, and he looks interesting to use. He is the reason why I'm doing all this. It's all for Argo. I don't really need to karma him, I'm sure, but there are also reasons 2 and 3. The second reason why now is because a month ago about, Yukito, a JP YouTuber, put up his full auto plus score clears of Subjugations, link below. And I was like, finally, someone else did the hard work, I can just copy what they did. But when I looked at their builds, I was missing a bunch of powerful limited stuff. And then cut to now, post-shutdown announcement, we have the triple countdown banners. And there's reason number 3. I got a ton of powerful limited stuff through that, so now I can more or less replicate Yukito's builds. That's 3 reasons why now, and if I were missing any of those 3, I would not be doing this, I'm sure. My main beef with the Subjugations game mode is it is not player-friendly at all. There's too much luck involved and too few player-friendly quality of life improvements to the system. But by doing it this way, I can get around the worst aspect, which is it doesn't respect our time. Finally, the scales have tipped in my favor so that the ease of play of the game mode outweighs my personal disgust with the game mode, so I can play it stress-free, get my plus scores, and never play it again. Hooray. I made a video on the light and dark clears. Here's the versus wind and water. You might be wondering, where is versus fire? That one's going to take some more time, because I actually went and used all of my books and pearls to get these plus scores for these 4 elements. And also I kind of feel like I'm missing good water attackers. Like I don't have Christmas Yuri or Water 2B. But yeah, it did feel good to make use of so many weapons that are kind of specifically for Subjugations. Some of them I've had for what feels like years, like the Outlaws scraps. And yeah, although I did get a bunch of stuff from the limited pulls and like the daily free pulls, there was a lot of stuff that I was still missing. But it was fun to kind of look for things that I could substitute in to get a similar effect. Like maybe a weapon that I didn't have, it could give a Valiance and attack up to the party. I could check my kind of bank of weapons to see if there's anything in there. And then you might be looking at this and you might be thinking, you know, where is the fun if you're just, you know, basing it off of somebody else's clear? But, you know, it's knowing yourself as a player. It's not going outside of your comfort zone. Starting, you know, a Subjugations clear of this, like, caliber of this score from 0 is outside of my comfort level. And then this was how I played Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as well. There were these hard bosses. I would not try to figure it out myself from 0. I would look at other people's clears, and then I would look at my box, and oftentimes I would be missing stuff there too. And so trying to find ways to kind of replicate that effect or whatever, that was part of the fun for me. So actually this did end up being fun. It wasn't anything to do with like the in-game battle. It was all in the team building, but that's an aspect that I enjoy. Kind of like the simulation game aspect that I enjoy. And some people might be looking at this and think that I am cheating because I'm not playing it correctly or playing it manually. But the game does not care how I get the clears, it only cares if I get the clears. And my Shiny Subjugation coins are as good as anyone else's. But just to end, I can kind of talk about like the recent pulls of costumes that I got that were very helpful for getting these clears. In the Versus Light, I got Summer Demus and Festive Fio. In the Versus Dark, I got Divine 063Y and Festive Fio. And in Versus Wind, I got Abyssal Udil and Festive Fio. And then in Versus Water, I got Festive Gale, Christmas Noel, and Festive Fio. Yes, I use Festive Fio in every element. But yeah, looking ahead to Versus Fire using water characters, I could use Abyssal Sarafa, maybe. I do not have Christmas Griff Awakened to 3, although I did use the Anniversary Sarafa in the Versus Dark, and that was perfectly fine at Awakening 2. I could maybe use, well, Festive Fio, obviously. But yeah, I will consider going into the trio of countdown banners, maybe exchanging for what was it, Christmas Yuri. That might be the way to get the clear there. But yeah, whenever I do get that clear, then I will put that video up, and I'll be waiting anxiously to karma up my RD Argo. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.
いくら来ても変わらんわ。気合だ。
手間をかけさせないでよね。こちらを。手間をかけさせるの。力が湧いてきた。やれ。